from top singers to movie stars and writers.
I blocked Donald Trump.
Hollywood is speaking out against the former president.
He's so terrific at lying.
Why can't so many celebrities stand Donald Trump?
Do we want him running this country?
We've gathered the juiciest stories of these public feuds.
Get him out of here! Get out!
You know, Trump's harsh remarks aren't just about his policies. He often speaks negatively about his fellow colleagues in show business, even though he was part of that world for many years himself.
And John Bon Jovi, every time I see him, he kisses my ass. Oh, Mr. President.
In fact, there aren't many who praise Trump. Here's some evidence of that.
He's so terrific at lying. I've never seen anybody so good.
When Trump became president, singer Cher felt like she was ready to fly to Jupiter.
He's an asshole.
She even likened this event to a personal tragedy.
It's like there's a death in my family.
And famed author Stephen King compares Trump to the most villainous character in his books.
Do you think that the Trump presidency is scarier than a Stephen King novel?
Short answer to that is yes, I do.
King banned the then U.S. president from watching film adaptations of his works. In the end, the feud got so heated that they blocked each other on Twitter.
Do I really want to follow that guy? I don't think so.
And just the other day, a horror writer posted a message stating, "The Republican presidential candidate is a convicted felon." As you may know, recently Trump has been found guilty on all 34 charges of falsifying business records. The verdict has sparked a flurry of reactions from Hollywood's biggest stars. Those who oppose Donald's principles were quick to respond, including the legendary actress and singer Barbra Streisand.
He will never accept accountability for his crimes. Americans must not allow this felon anywhere near the White House again.
Katy Perry shared a short but potent LFG. Cynthia Nixon expressed her joy with celebratory emojis. Meanwhile, Mark Hamill posted a lengthy message declaring, "Guilty, guilty, guilty." The Star Wars legend has been anti-Trump for a long time, frequently sharing his video reactions to the former president's speeches.
The greatest jobs president that God ever created.
I don't know about you, but after 4 years of this administration, I'm exhausted.
When the actor watches one of these videos, he pretty much comes to this conclusion.
He is easily the worst president ever.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger feels the same way.
President Trump is a failed leader. He will go down in history as the worst president ever.
Iron Arnie and Donald have been exchanging public jabs for years. Their biggest clash began when Schwarzenegger took over as host of the NBC show Celebrity Apprentice after Trump.
They hired a big movie star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to take my place. And we know how that turned out. The ratings went right down the tubes, and I want to just pray for Arnold if we can for those ratings, okay?
Talk of ratings and prayers naturally didn't go unnoticed by Arnold. He quickly recorded a message appealing to his rival.
Hey Donald, I have a great idea. Why don't we switch jobs? You take over TV because you're such an expert in ratings, and I take over your job. And then people can finally sleep comfortably again.
In his interviews, the actor still often mentions Trump and really hopes he won't make a return to politics.
There's too many people now that have seen what he did as president.
You know, back in 2017, many people didn't believe Trump would become president. Actor George Clooney was one of them. At a press conference in Cannes, here's what he said.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
When it actually happened, Clooney was extremely surprised. According to him, Donald isn't someone associated with being a serious person capable of leading the United States.
He was the guy that came to the bars and asked me about which cocktail waitress was single. You know, that's who he was.
This is back in the 90s.
Not that long, no, back in the 2000s, quite honestly.
George hasn't kept it a secret. He's deeply concerned about the country's future today.
There is a world where we could go back to where we were. I didn't think people would vote for someone who was so deeply flawed, you know.
Another critic of Trump is Clooney's buddy Matt Damon. The actor also still can't believe the showman became president.
I'm kind of amazed that we arrived at this point, and you know, and I'm concerned.
Last year, Matt Damon mocked Donald Trump's campaign ad, which used footage from his movie Air without permission. Trump's images were layered over audio of Damon's character's inspiring speech.
Money can buy you almost anything. It can't buy you immortality. That you have to earn.
What do you think about this creative twist? Well, Damon himself wasn't too pleased. He chuckled and made it clear that his feelings about Trump haven't changed.
We have a nuclear football? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, that's dangerous. That's really... He's impulsive and rash and doesn't seem to think deeply about too many things.
One of Trump's most outspoken and vehement critics is Robert De Niro.
Lying has become just another tool in the charlatan's arsenal. The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his 4 years in office.
The actor never misses a chance to take a jab at the former president, and he does it in a very blunt way.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about.
De Niro even brings up his adversary on talk shows.
Today we have a kind of a weird, twisted president who thinks he's a gangster, who's not even a good gangster.
I'm going to say one thing, Trump.
The 80-year-old Oscar-winning actor recently staged a protest outside the former president's trial.
We're trying to be gentlemen in this world. The Democrats, you are gangsters. Excuse me. You are gangsters.
He even gave a speech calling Trump a clown.
With Trump, we have a second chance. And no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him.
As expected, Donald didn't waste any time publicly bashing the Hollywood actor.
I never knew how small, both mentally and physically, wacko former actor Robert De Niro was.
Yes, he's a fool. He's a broken down fool.
The eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., has also sided with his father.
Apparently he needs attention because it's been a while since he's cranked out a good movie.
And what about John Legend? Because the singer doesn't hold back when speaking about the former U.S. leader either.
I think he's selfish, he's racist, he's misogynist, he's a liar.
Legend even ended his friendship with Kanye West after West publicly endorsed Trump. The conflict between Donald and John started on Twitter about 5 years ago. The then president, as usual, was speculating about the latest political decisions. He brought up criminal justice reform and criticized the lack of support the Republican Party received after it was passed. Then he used the opportunity to insult Legend and his wife, model Chrissy Teigen.
Musician John Legend and his filthy-mouthed wife are talking now about how great it is, but I didn't see them around when we needed help getting it passed.
He wanted more credit for the First Step Act, so he was mad that we didn't, kiss his ass more.
Chrissy didn't hold back. She responded to Trump with a very brutal tweet. "What a ass bitch. Tagged everyone but me. An honor, Mr. President." Legend also joined the conversation and asked the president's wife, Melania Trump, to praise her husband. "He needs you," the singer tweeted.
Always had an issue with women who speak up, especially, and so...
Actually, Melania openly disapproves of her husband's behavior on social media.
One habit you wish he'd give up. Let's see.
McDonald's.
Retweeting.
Well, Trump's disrespectful comments about women also turned many people against him.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Olivia Wilde, Madonna, Lady Gaga, Anna Kendrick. They've all made it clear they're not fans of Trump. Hailey Bieber, when asked who she'd kick out of the country first, said,
Mr. Donald Trump.
Actress Jennifer Lawrence put it bluntly, if Donald Trump becomes president, it's the end of the world.
I was adamant on finding him and then making a video of me going, "Hey, Trump, you."
One of the most significant stories involving a prominent woman in Trump is about Meryl Streep. In 2017, the actress received the award for Outstanding Achievement in Cinematography at the Golden Globes. During her speech, she recalled an incident when Trump mocked a journalist with a disability.
It kind of broke my heart when I saw it, and I still can't get it out of my head because it wasn't in a movie. It was real life. When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose.
She also commented on Trump's proposal to deport illegal immigrants, highlighting the stories of her colleagues from other countries as examples. Of course, Donald immediately responded to Streep's criticism, writing,
Meryl Streep, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, doesn't know me but attacked last night at the Golden Globes.
The actress's fellow colleagues swiftly responded to the overrated remark, especially grabbing the attention of talk show hosts.
Overrated. She's so good, people use her to compliment people in other professions. Like LeBron James is the Meryl Streep of basketball, or Donald Trump is the Meryl Streep of having thin skin.
The nicest insult he can give someone is that they're overrated, you know, in a way.
By the way, there's been a public feud between Jimmy Kimmel and Donald Trump for years. The host often brings up the former president on his show, while Trump frequently criticizes Kimmel's professionalism.
Has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars?
Jimmy didn't miss the chance to joke about it live at the Oscars.
Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still... Isn't it past your jail time?
Well, Trump does have plenty of famous people who dislike him, but what does he say about it? This man claims celebrities aren't necessary for his success.
We don't need Jay-Z to fill up arenas, you know. We do it the old-fashioned way, folks. We fill them up because you love what we're saying and you want to make America great again.
Finally, another interesting point. Experts believe that whether Trump will become president again really depends on the stance of public figures. This is especially true for Taylor Swift, now the biggest star on the planet.
Trump is like this big. Taylor Swift is like this big. Taylor Swift, at this moment in time, is more popular than everyone else combined. So it could have an impact.
And it seems like Taylor won't be siding with Trump after all.
She said she wants people to vote for Democrats. Let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25% less now, okay?
What's your take on these controversies surrounding Donald Trump?